Meghan Markle thought she could make a triumphant return to the fashion scene, a bold statement meant to reassert her presence on a global stage. But the lead-up to the 2025 Met Gala turned into a public relations disaster that left her feeling utterly humiliated, and all behind the scenes. Sources are spilling the tea, revealing that Meghan personally reached out to Formula One superstar Lewis Hamilton, hoping he'd join her as her +1 for the prestigious event. But here's the kicker, he flat out said no. That's right, no interest whatsoever. According to insiders, Hamilton didn't just dismiss her request casually, he was visibly uncomfortable with the idea. He wanted nothing to do with a spectacle that could detract from the gala's real purpose. This year's theme was all about celebrating black artistry and style, not about some celebrity trying to steal the spotlight with a gimmick. It's clear that while Meghan saw this as her moment to shine, others saw it as a desperate ploy for relevance. Her team thought that by associating with Hamilton, she could finally claim the cultural recognition she's been chasing after. But let's be real, her approach didn't sit well with many in the industry. One publicist even called it blatantly self-serving. Instead of following traditional channels, Meghan had her PR rep go straight to Hamilton's management, framing it as an opportunity for unity. But this move fell flat. Hamilton, known for being selective about the causes and people he supports, wasn't buying it. He chose to stand shoulder to shoulder with true icons of black culture, like Janelle Monáe and Andre 3000, making it clear that he values heritage over mere publicity stunts. Meghan's desire to be seen with Hamilton, strutting in a show-stopping gown, seemed more about reclaiming an identity than anything else. But let's face it, no one could quite figure out what she was trying to reclaim. She's never been part of that narrative, and it's glaringly obvious. This isn't the first time Meghan has attempted to gain social validation through association with prominent black figures. Just look back at last year when she was criticized for trying to attach herself to Afro Chic and Essence Fest, events that seemed off-limits until the media spotlight made them trendy. A New York fashion critic summed it up perfectly, she only shows up when it aligns with her own agenda. And guess what? People are waking up to this pattern. The Hamilton snub just confirmed what many have been saying for years. Meghan isn't genuinely invested in black culture, she's only interested in controlling the narrative around her image. After Hamilton turned her down, her team scrambled to spin the story. They leaked an email suggesting that Meghan had turned down an invitation due to scheduling conflicts. The only problem? Insiders confirmed that no official invite was ever extended to her in the first place. So, claiming she declined it? That's just laughable. As the gala approached, the buzz surrounding Meghan turned from excitement to skepticism. The fashion world, especially, was watching closely. Would she show up anyway, trying to grab attention despite the snub? Or would she retreat, nursing her wounds and plotting her next move? The drama was palpable, and it became clear that this was more than just a fashion event. It was a battleground for perceptions, identity, and cultural relevance. Social media exploded with opinions, memes, and takes on Meghan's bold yet misguided attempts to reinsert herself into the conversation. Some were supportive, while others were sharply critical, pointing out the disingenuousness of her motives. It became a spectacle unto itself, with hashtags swirling like a storm. The public was divided, some rooting for her comeback, while others were more than ready to call out her attempts as nothing more than opportunism. As the night of the Met Gala rolled around, all eyes were on the blue carpet. Would Meghan make an appearance? Would she attempt to salvage her reputation? The anticipation was thick in the air, and her absence, if it happened, would speak volumes. The gala went on, celebrating true artists and cultural icons, while Meghan was left to grapple with the fallout of her failed strategy. And here's the kicker, it wasn't just about one night. This was a reflection of a larger narrative that's been unfolding for years. Meghan Markle, a figure who once seemed poised to redefine her role in the royal family and beyond, found herself at a crossroads. The Met Gala was supposed to be her moment, her comeback. Instead, it turned into a glaring spotlight on her missteps and miscalculations. As the night wore on, the real stars shone, while Meghan's absence echoed through the halls of fashion's biggest night. The event served as a reminder that authenticity and genuine connection matter more than any carefully curated image. It's not enough to merely align yourself with influential figures if the intent is self-serving. Real recognition comes from a place of genuine appreciation and understanding, not opportunistic gestures. And so, Meghan Markle was left to ponder her next steps in a world that seems to be moving on without her. The question remains, will she learn from this experience? Will she take a hard look at herself and her motivations, or will she continue down this path of trying to reclaim a narrative that was never truly hers? The clock is ticking, and the world is watching, waiting to see if she can pivot and find a way to authentically engage with the culture she's been trying to penetrate. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the Met Gala 2025 was about celebration, authenticity, and heritage, elements that Meghan Markle seemed to misunderstand. The backlash she faced was a reflection of a community that demands respect and genuine engagement. And in the end, it's a lesson for anyone looking to enter that space. You can't just show up when it suits you. You have to be invested in the story from the ground up. So, what's next for Meghan? Only time will tell, but the eyes of the world are upon her. Will she rise from this setback, or will she continue to flounder in a sea of missed opportunities and misjudgments? The narrative is still being written, and we're all eager to see how it unfolds. Stay tuned, because this isn't over yet.